Hold that in place and start forming your circle. Hold it a few more seconds. That should be good. Now, I didn't put a bottom of my barrel because it's not necessary, but if you feel like you need to put in a bottom piece to your barrel, go ahead and do so. It's not needed because you're just wasting paper, but some people like it when the barrel is actually closed. But when I say a bottom piece of the barrel, you see how it's just empty inside? Okay, just inside of here. And all I did was I just pushed it down halfway to allow about 1.5 inch so that the flowers and the flower foam can actually sit on top of it. Okay, so then what you're going to do is you're going to take this piece, and I recommend adding glue on each of the tab. Slip that into place. Don't worry about the sides having, the post having glue on it, just because your flowers, again, will cover it up. And to remove the backing tape, take your scissors or paper piercer tool and then just lift it up. Lift it right off. Total circumference. And drop it in. You see how it's like that, okay? I hope you can see it. Okay, repeat on the other side. Taking this barrel, drop it right back into place. I would say about 1/2 inch in depth. It doesn't have to be equal, you don't have to really measure it, just eyeball it. And this is basically where your flower foam is going to sit, okay? So then, with the top, I recommend taking your hot glue gun and just add a huge amount of glue inside. And what I'm doing is I'm just adding glue right to the edge right now and then to the side. Okay, and then taking this, adding glue here and glue here. And then adhering it together. Okay, remove any spider webs from the hot glue gun. Okay, so now with the edge, it's showing like little chipboard pieces, which I don't really like. And so all you're going to do is you're going to take your remnants piece, move it, just ensure that it's like larger than your actual piece, and put it into place. Hold it a few seconds and snip it off with your paper snip. Okay, now it's not even, so I'm going to take it again. Okay, again, repeat on the other side. Doesn't matter if the hot glue falls down on the bottom or into the hole. And then taking my remnant piece of black cardstock. Hold that into place until it dries. Take your scissors, snip it right off. Okay. And there is your wishing well. With this part here, I'm going to take a black Sharpie pen and I'm actually going to make this part black. Okay, so then what you're going to do is you're going to hot glue your floral foam inside. Put this aside. So here's my floral foam. Take this, you can buy this at Michael's or any of your craft stores. They should have it. And all I'm going to do is just going to cut down a piece about 1/2 inch thickness on each side. Take this, and if it doesn't fit, okay, just kind of figure out where you want to cut it again into a square. So I'm going to cut that. And so it fits nicely in there. Put back my knife. Put this aside. And so what I'm going to do is actually hot glue the floral foam inside the wishing well. This will secure it in place. Okay. There you go. There's your... Okay, so for the flowers, put that aside. You still need... So with the flowers, you're going to need your blossom punch, which is this. And you're going to need 3 pieces of flour, 3 or 4 pieces of flour, choice. I'll show you how to make this. And it doesn't have to be perfect either. Okay. Then take your scissors from the edge here. You're going to make a snip right to the center point, not all the way to the center, but leaving about 1/8 of an inch. I'm going to cut that. Then you're going to take your paper piercer. Take your paper piercer and you're going to use the point to roll the flowers. Keep going until all the petals are done. Okay, so your flower would actually look like this. Now this is not my design. The flower part is not my design. Once I find out the name, I'll give credit to that person. So then what you're going to do is just going to scrunch up the one petal and make it into a kind of like a tight loop or a circle, just like so. And then taking your hot glue gun, ensuring that there's glue on each of the petal center point, not all the way through. Oops. Okay, and then take the opposite end and wrap that around, making a tight floral bud, and then just having all the other flowers follow suit, the petals. Okay, and just gonna scrunch it up just like so. Okay, and you keep on letting it let the glue cool down, and then all I'm going to do is I'm going to take my petal and I'm going to open it up just a shade, like so. Okay, so there's my bud. Take your second flower, again repeat the process. Take your paper piercer, curl the ends of the blossom punch. Okay, so then what I have here is now I'm going to add glue. Hot glue. You can use regular glue, but I find that the hot glue is it works a lot faster rather than having it dry. You want the glue to dry. So then, okay, taking my bud, I'm going to place it right in the middle and using my fingers just to give it a bit of a push right on the center. So you see how my petal starts to form? Okay, so leave that holding for a while because you already got glue right at the bottom. Okay. Let that form. Okay, so then take your third petal, repeat the same thing. Curl the ends. Taking a hot glue gun, add just glue down the center and just up to each of the petal, just like so. I don't know whether you can see that. So, see how the glue, okay? Then take your petal or your flower and offsetting each of the petals, and again work it so that your fingers will guide the petal up and the glue is on the side just to keep it up. And so now if you want a fuller flower, you can do so as well. Okay, so then when you're ready, take your bamboo sticks and your piercer. You're going to start from the center of your flower and you're going to pierce a hole through. Careful not to pierce your fingers because it will hurt. See how that I'm piercing right through? And carefully remove the flower centerpiece. And then taking your pointy end and then add it through the hole that you just pierced. Okay, all the way through. Again, watch your fingers because it's going to hurt if you puncture it. And then what I did was I took my hot glue gun, just add a bead of hot glue right on the edge, and slide my flower in, ensuring that I just get a little bit of tip of the bamboo stick. Okay, and again I'm going to fluff this out because I just finished scrunching it all up again. I want the flower to make it fuller. And you can do it with all the different colors if you want. And then I'm going to show you how to make the buds. So then, once that's done, take your pliers and I would say about 2 inches, and then just cut that bamboo off. And then save this piece because you're going to use it again. So then just leave it as is. Let it sit until it dries, actually dries. You can actually add one more flower if you want to make it fuller. In this piece here, the pink piece, there are 4 flowers inside. Okay, and you can also sponge your edges if you want. So then what I'm going to do is I'll show you how to create the stigma inside the flower right here.